Yeah, guys that were in yesterday's race, that's an H pattern. Do not make a mistake and downshift this race car and blow the motor up. I've seen it before here.
The other thing you got to be aware of is you're going to be wore out because it is a busy day inside of that car.
NASCAR, Texas, Austin, Texas, NASCAR on. Yeah.
Brand new look.
They didn't let Michael drive that one, did they?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
He might not pull in when we get ready to go green.
Pull Richard Petty.
Well, yeah, and then the clouds came in. Winds earlier gusted to 35 miles an hour. They have calmed down to about 18 now. Above 70 degrees, but there's a nice cloud cover. No suntan oil today.
Love this
Track, yeah.
I mean, absolutely beautiful, world-class
NASCAR on. Saturday nights, Sunday, Saturday, me. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. Huh? Yeah.
Chris Buescher had a steering rack problem. They had the Americas, and it's located just at the exit of turn 20, the final turn on the course.
Yeah, and they're going to use that right off the bat here. And the thing that has changed, the starter and the start-finish line will not be the one starting the race. When they get to this restart box and you get to the last line, it is game on. So they'll be 2 and 3, 4 wide before they get to the start-finish line and shoot that thing straight up the hill to let the action begin.
Then you see the repaves, right? We've had new repavement off of 1, down in 9, 10, and 11. Passing zones, folks, getting into turn 12, very important corner. Keep an eye on that. A lot happens there.
William Byron and Ty Gibbs coming up to turn 19. Now look at that big wide area outside of turn 19. That is not out of bounds. Out of bounds only in the S's, turns 3 to 6. So, I mean, if it's paved, you can go there.
I think on the restart zone, Kevin, going back to that for just a second, one thing you'll notice right off the bat, there's no longer a rule where you have to get to the start-finish line before you can fan out. They'll be 3, 4, 5 wide. As soon as you get past the restart zone, you're going to see it right here.
And the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix is underway. Ty Gibbs sort of missed that corner. He's back now battling for 5th instead of the lead. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Reddick wasting no time going after William Byron.
Well, we knew Tyler Reddick would be tough here, and you heard him talk about his mistakes in qualifying and how they were able to rebound on hot tires, and that tells me he has a lot of confidence in how fast his car is.
That William Byron's going to have something to say about it, too. He was fast last year, always has plenty of speed in that hot rod, and that will be no different today.
And here we go. Those guys fixed. There you see how the dirt in turn 8. That's going to be the corner that we talk about a lot today. You're going to probably see some cars spin out there because of all that dirt on the racetrack.
Down into turn number 11, that hairpin that leads onto the longest straightaway.
Somewhat of a passing zone as you see Chastain looking to the inside, 3 wide to Denny.
He's going to pass 2 of them.
Yes, LaJoy. Corey LaJoy's having trouble. I want to give him a shout out before it's too late. 5th place. Look at this.
Bubba Wallace got into the side of Corey LaJoy really hard, so not sure what happened there, but we'll figure it out.
A.J. Allmendinger involved, got way up to the outside, more contact back there.
Bubba's still having trouble back there. You heard me say he's yet to finish a race here at COTA. The woes continue for Bubba Wallace here.
Remember, no out of bounds on this area of the course. In fact, everywhere except the S's turns 3 to 6.
Yeah, this infield section right here is so technical. You got to put the car in the right spot. Easy to spin the back tires. Not really any new asphalt in there. But I don't anticipate with this cloud cover seeing much fall off today. Even though the tires are easy to spin through that section.
We already see the stars lining up for the Toyotas. There they are. 1, 2, 3. It's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Obviously, Chastain's there. So is Byron leading the race. But these guys they're here to play today. I mean, you're going to see a lot of them.
Martin Truex to pit road along with Bubba Wallace.
That's damage. Damage on that first lap. Listen along what Bubba says.
We're done this.
Jamie.
Just listening to the radio right now. Booty Barker, his crew chief, said, let's just make sure the right front is clear. Make sure everything is clear. Take your time here. Let's get it right so we can continue contending. They really feel like they have a good piece here, guys. They qualified 10. Get some new tires on it, top it off, and down he goes.
Yeah, no problem pitting here and staying on the lead lap.
Yeah, the big problem I heard out of that conversation that you want the wheel at 12 o'clock, and he said it was at 1 o'clock, which tells me that the toe is knocked out on the front end of that car.
Not good.
No, and when we talk about the toe, that just means the alignment of the front tires and them running straight.
You see LaJoy back there. I would say that's a toe link problem on the rear.
And here's what happened to him.
Corey LaJoy had to come back up the racetrack because he was in the dirt.
There's a burn around at the top of the hill.
Martin Truex pitted because he thought he might have a tire going down as a result of that contact.
Yeah, he had a lot of left front damage on the left front of his car.
And there's the Harrison Burton spin. He cut across the nose of Josh Berry and ended up getting turned around.
There's so much happening on the beginning parts of these racetracks because you've got some guys who feel like they're way faster than the guys that they're racing around. Everybody's trying to get all the track position that they can while the cars are stacked together in these braking zones, and they wind up running over each other, trying to make up ground or trying to protect their ground.
About a 6-car breakaway. Austin Cindric has picked up 4 spots since the start of the race. From 11th to 7th, looking back from Ty Gibbs, running 3rd at Christopher Bell from the Monster Energy Can.
Man, what a lap by William Byron. That is a 2:12. That's fast. He is laying some lap downs early. Reddick is in the ball game there.
Fast.
2:12.93 out of him. 2:12.48 for your leader, William Byron. Fast race car.
Yeah, and that's what concerns me.
Nascar.
I think that the Toyotas and the Gibbs cars, they seem to be able to hold on. So it'll be interesting to see if William Byron can hold on to this pace or if it's just for a handful of laps.
Yeah, short run speed is one thing. Good on restarts. But here today, we know long runs are going to be key.
Oh, what a shot right here, Clint. We got our drone flying through the S's, and as you come down from turn 1 and you come down the elevation into those S's, such a rhythm section.
Byron out to a 1.6 second lead on Reddick. Gibbs within 3 seconds. Bell, Chastain, Hamlin, and then Cindric trying to keep Chase Elliott at bay with Allmendinger and Kyle Busch right behind to fill out the top 10. No Fords qualified in the top 10, but Cindric, who started 11th, said, I had a top 10 car. I just had a car in front of me on my fast lap in qualifying at turn 1, and that ruined the lap. He said, we'll get up there, and he's done just that. He's climbed to 7th, up 4 spots from the start.
Got some damage on the nose of that race car.
Yeah, it's damage.
Yeah, we saw a lot of them stack up. You see the hood way up on that car, which tells me that he's definitely been into the back of somebody. And what you worry about there is the splitter and the nose separating from each other, and aerodynamically that will make the car not turn as good.
Michael McDowell, Noah Gregson way up through the field too. McDowell up 11 spots, Gregson 10.
Well, I can promise you, we'll see 3 wide again there.
More struggles for Corey LaJoy. Great start. Top 5 start for him. That's overachieving big time for that race team. They had some heavy hitters around them. Making that final 10 is one thing, and even moving up through there for a 5th place start. That's a good job, Corey LaJoy.
Yeah, and as we look out of our Toyota onboard camera here with Kamui Kobayashi, he's trying to just figure out what he's doing right now with the race etiquette, where to pass, where not to pass, but it seemed like in our pre-race interview, it seems like he's having a lot of fun coming over here to America and racing. Jamie?
Well, just to follow up on Corey LaJoy, he started 5th. That's the best in his whole career. He was so optimistic about the car he had. He did a lot of simulation work for this race. But the damage you guys talked about, he came on the radio and said both left side tires are damaged. He's struggling.
Yeah, he's all the way back to 24th place from 5th.
Well, that's the biggest thing that you're going to have to protect all day at the start of these stages when they go up into turn 1 and all the contact for that first lap is the cars, like we talked about, those cars get bunched together and everybody knows you have to go and gain as much as you can. And if you're not going, you have to protect yourself as much as you can to lose the least amount of spots.
Chase Elliott under fire here from Kyle Busch. They've run nose to tail for quite some time, but now Busch's mirror is filled up with Kyle Larson, yesterday's winner in the Xfinity Series. This is the best battle on the racetrack here.
We know Kyle Larson's good everywhere. He's a good race car driver. We know that, but he's squeaky good on these road courses. Quiet.
See Kyle Busch on the inside of Chase Elliott there. Two guys who both need to have a good run. Chase Elliott's so dominant for so many years on these road courses, and Kyle Busch, he's had kind of a disastrous last couple of weeks. Both capable of running up front all day here.
Hold on to it.
Kyle Larson, yesterday's winner in the Xfinity race. They put tires on late. I'm interested to see if we get to a point where these cars fall off as much as we hope they do, to be able to have tires mean that much.
Byron extending his lead, now 2.4, the front five with a good gap on sixth place Denny Hamlin, with Cindric now going for sixth. Cindric up to sixth now over Hamlin and Allmendinger. There's the lead filter cam. Allmendinger right back at it on the outside. Boy, he had a lot to say about yesterday's outcome as well. Four laps complete. Last year, William Byron led 28 laps after winning the pole for this race.